So I'm going to summarize the 3 days study group that what we have the keyword for all of us to be considered because we really don't want to just talk and go, okay? I like it to be really not the abstract one. We should have planned to do something together in the future. Life is too short, huh? Yes, it's too short to just talk and go. We should start planning. I suggest this is Alex has done this for us to fill in. Normally we should set the what come up in your mind in each keyword. You think that this should be good for future research or for future getting together to do something for the better world. For example, we have a lot of disaster and crisis all over the world. Sometimes we can get together and go together voluntarily to help that area. I like to see that way in the not too far in the future. It's very difficult now, the world, okay? Now, I'm going to start with each one keyword. Raquel, at the beginning, you see that she was talking about assessment in creative art, therapy, and tools. I like to ask you, each of you, if you like to, you have something in mind that you think you like to suggest for future research or future collaboration some way. I don't know. Just say it out loud so that Alex will put it on here. We do one by. What?
Now you say it out loud so that Raquel can later on hold the gun to your head. And
yes. Okay.
What are you doing?
Put your name and it's your responsibility to make it happen. No, it's okay. Yes. How about this, Raquel? You come with me. Raquel, please come sit with me. Together. I'm lonely. Come. Okay, we see the first one is the use of creative tools for assessment and therapeutic purposes. So, anyone? Yes, please. Maybe หนูมาช่วยคนหนึ่งมารันไมโครโฟนหน่อยลูกมาผู้ชายนั่งอยู่ทำไมมาคนหนึ่ง
So the first one is
เวลาใครยกมือเอาไปให้
translate into Bangla, translate the CMTI, the tool for CMPC. CMPC.
Okay, Alex.
Translation of CMPC. Child maltreatment.
Yeah, maltreatment.
And then for the picture cards, and do research with both adult populations and children. Children in both groups that have been sexually abused and that are victimized with a control group where they report no such thing. So that.
Another research can be done with that too.
Yes.
Like, for example, what forms of abuse are considered to be severe enough to tell anyone, to share,
Yes.
to disclose? Yeah, and
And I was also
compare
thinking
between
about
cultures.
and pairing, like from Elias's
Yeah,
presentation.
where is
Elias, I don't know.
Lucy, you lost control over him? Okay. No, okay. No, it's okay, Lucy. It's just No.
So, he spoke about transgenerational trauma, but
Yes.
in terms of punishment also. So, it would be a good idea to look at parent and children. That
Between
parents
and children.
that punish, and with this particular tool, with CMPC.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think that will also be interesting.
Yeah.
Bringing in the first degree relatives, FDR,
Yes.
and children.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone? Yeah, please. For this, if not anymore, we change to be the second one. Okay. What is the other head? One more.
I'm an idealist, not a realist, so I just want to say this is in an imaginary world where we have unlimited funding, but what I think would be great is to have funding for the cards to be used in every country that is represented here, to find out how it works culturally, embedded in our own countries, and then collectively write a research paper on it.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Good.
Money runs the world.
Just to add to what she has said about the cards, in my country, for instance, there would be a huge kickback if the pictures are not with the right hair.
The right color.
Right, no, it doesn't have to have color. It's mainly because there's everything. There's a very great kickback against anything that they see as westernized. So there's a movement in education and all over where everything needs to become Africanized
Yeah.
in our country. So that would mean completely new drawings with the right hair
Yeah.
and hairstyles,
Yeah.
etc.
This can be done.
Yeah, no, everything can be done. It's just in addition to what she said. I really do believe those cards are magical.
What you said, Diane, I thought about the indigenous society in Australia.
Mm.
Yeah.
From an Indigenous, culturally sensitive perspective, we would engage elders and the community to design their own cards. That would be culturally sensitive. We have a very big drug and alcohol problem with Indigenous Australians. So, you know, there's a lot of intergenerational trauma, and stories are handed down, and so there's a lot of trauma that's layered on top of trauma because of the stories. So but definitely we would engage with Indigenous leaders and elders and get them to co-design.
Also, after Justine sent us Robert's pictures, the assessment to the Segol Center, I think that what we can do also is develop another set of cards on bullying and peer rejection. And maybe internet, and this should be another set of cards, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
So I have two things with like the cultural differences. Like the first one about the cultural differences, and what about we kind of like use like this one first and see if it's understand in the same way in different culture first, right? And then we get statistics and then assess the level of understanding in different culture too. And the second one is like about the parents and children, because like I work with a lot of children and most of the problem come from the parents. And it would be nice if like we can start like using like this picture with the parents, and sometime like it really is like the picture of like the man kissing on the mouth with the young children. Some family really see that as a positive. Yeah, so I think it's like we can like let's use with the parents would work too.
Could be.
Okay. So next will be the TRE. I have some idea about seeing the brain, how brain works with the 3RE. It is very important. Like I told you, like the director of the big hospital came in my class and shook a lot, and he said, "Wow, this is wonderful." And I asked him, "Do you know how the brain is working during the tremor?" He said, "I really don't know. You should do research." And then I asked David Bachary. He said he really encouraged this to happen because it's really, you know, like once someone, I think you, no, already disappear. So sometimes only once in your lifetime you did that and everything in pain, you disappear. That was amazing, right? No, that was Lucy. Yes, Lucy, yes. And anyone here like to suggest something? This is very good with trauma. Yeah. Okay. Next, the third topic. Okay, this one. Self-figure drawing. Is huh? Go. Continue. Okay. How about this one? PDTDA. I think it's your, right? Event drawing. Yeah, do you have anything in mind about event drawing to suggest? It's very powerful one.
Just use it.
Yeah, just use it. Okay, next. Alex. Okay, next. Revenge. Cultural sensitive. This is very nice.
We don't yet have data from the Indian population from Islam, right? So we need that also because she has now from Hindus, from southern India, Hindus and Christians. So we need Muslims and we need North Indian, East Indian perspectives. Maybe West also, I don't know. I'm thinking of who can be there.
To gather data also from the Arabs in Israel.
Yes.
And compare it with Muslims in India.
Yes. And there are also Bangladeshi, a whole lot of Bangladeshi Muslims that reside in India.
Also the revenge, we can ask about not just the unjust event that happened to you personally, but to your society,
to your community,
to your community or
yes.
ethnic group or state.
To region. So I was thinking because I have told you how disturbed at present Calcutta is with the rape and murder of a doctor on duty. And there are public protests going on as we speak over a month and a half now. And there has been spontaneous, uprisings. So I think this, with your perspective, I was actually thinking of borrowing from Eva's concept of dignity to add justice, because that is what we are fighting for. So I was thinking, what does justice mean to you? Could be the question that we ask to the youth, and we could follow it up with this. Because there is a lot of anger also that is getting generated. So I think that at this point of time is going to be very, very important.
Yeah.
I'm particularly interested in the revenge fantasy because I haven't heard of this concept before, so I'm actually not sure how much it's been explored in Australia in terms of creative arts.
I just want to say something about that, because Elspeth got ethical approval from Adelaide
from
University. to do that.
Excellent. Well, I'll chat with her about that.
Okay.
And one of the things that I was really interested in as well, that I'm not sure has been collated in the data, but the relationship hierarchy and how that relates to, like, what type of revenge, like, is there a correlation between hierarchy and revenge fantasy types? Yep. And what people do with that afterwards.
Yes.
Well, I think you just have for Thailand for now and India. So I could try to maybe get some data from Europe, like Germany and Poland. And then I was thinking we also have like a large population of refugees in Germany. So, and we have also specific refugee centers in Germany. So maybe I can get in touch with them. And like the Arab population is huge there. And then I was also thinking to like what the revenge fantasies look like in prisoners, like if because I have access to this population, so that might be interesting. Maybe to see the degree of crime what they did, or the kind of crime that they did, and how the revenge fantasies look like, if they are also brutal or if they are less brutal than expected.
You mean you have access to prisoners who are criminals?
Yeah, but they are mentally sick. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do in Thailand.
In Thailand.
Compare the
Yeah,
prisoner.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex? Oh, yes.
I think we can actually add this whole thing to South Africa as well. Interracial, different communities. There's 4 races at the moment, which it's coloureds, Indians, white, and the black population. And there's a lot of animosity between these 4 groups, especially post-apartheid. And our country is really, really in pain and trying to recover from the apartheid event, which was very cruel, and you know some information about that. So that would be absolutely amazing to get more insight into, because revenge especially amongst the black population, is literally called for at the moment by some radical political parties, literally calling for the killing of whites. So this is their form of revenge at the moment, because they don't feel that there's been any restitution after apartheid.
In Australia, the numbers are just skyrocketing for domestic violence, and this would be a great place to explore whether it's just beginning with women who are victims of that, or dare I say it, I wouldn't be the right person to do it, perpetrators.
Also the children.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Towards the battered
Yeah.
the
But
parents.
it's like endemic, so.
Okay, next.
In other words, old people. So it is something that has been brewing in my mind for a while, is that we focus on children, but children is actually going through those things because of adults and older people. And apart from the fact that the dignity part of older people, from the moment that aging starts to show, society starts treating you differently, because you are seen as your brain is also aging and dying. And I've heard many, many people speak out about the fact that because my hair is grey doesn't mean I don't have a brain anymore. And I think that could rob people from a sense of dignity from the moment of aging already. For people in academics and so on, where there's qualifications and things to hold on to give you a sense of dignity, people who do not have that and just live their lives out there may feel that I'm not treated as a dignified human being anymore. And then because of that, that can pass on to the children and the grandchildren because of the impact of that.
Wait. Thank you. Sorry, just one more that I was thinking of then regarding the data around Indian population. It'd be interesting to do a cross-comparative analysis of Indian population in Australia, because we have quite a high refugee asylum seeker cohort. So it'd be really interesting to do a research around what is the difference in the revenge fantasies, what type of fantasies are they, and yeah.
And towards whom?
Even with the non-binary group, I believe it would be very good. Like, let us not just, restrict ourselves to males and females that identify as, come under the queer umbrella. There is a lot of anger, aggression, and revenge fantasies could be an important thing to look into. I was just thinking about that.
That's brilliant. Thank you. Okay, next. Okay, social atom. So you have any idea? It's really useful actually, especially I see in the children house. Yeah, the one that abuse, and to see how social atom in each house is, yes. We asked the children about the revenge, but what happened was, no, nothing. I don't want to do anything to my parent. Mostly just like that. Yes, this is in Thailand. What? No. I think this is a good tool to discover how, their life, the relationship in the house, yeah, in the family.
More, I do not have a framed research idea right away, but I think I will use this tool in my, in therapy, like at all points of time. And especially, again, maybe look at the social atom where punishment is being used. Maybe that could be, again, a good, thing to look into, Yes, so. What
do you mean in the punishment?
Children that are punished, like physically punished. Or again, we could have those groups based on the kind of, and then we divide them into 4 groups and look at their social atoms and see where they place themselves in connection to the other. I don't know how we will interpret the data.
But I think it will be more strong to do it in a period of time, like to do before you start the therapy in the second meeting, and then after 2 months, and then in another 2 months, and then to see what you can.
Another possibility, but that's it requires a lot to do is take several families at the beginning, before therapy, and at the end, and compare and get the
So
results.
when the whole family is in therapy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? Okay, next. Elias, but not yet here. So maybe we skip. And anyone here like to mention anything about this topic? Yes.
We can do it through dance.
Okay.
Yeah, the inner room is perfect for dance sessions. So it's perfect as to use it as the steps inside the metamorphic journey, and you can go through them. And also you can do a plan, an entire plan with more sessions focus on each part of the inner room. So it's very interesting. Yes. We have to do it because it's we are in love. We are in love. The room is perfect. Yes, and also we can also make tools, props. So we can also give a shape and materials to do it. Also with the textiles, with objects, costumes.
We do with children, like the basket. We first form the basket and then the box, and then we put symbols in it. The good memories, we create symbols, we put it in.
We can do it through dance, with creating butofu for each of the objects
Very
inside.
good. But you should take videotape so we can see.
Yes.
Wonderful.
That way.
I can also hear drama therapy applications there. Very, because drama therapy moves between objects and, props and all those things as well. It's multimodal. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Also, regarding the literature regarding arts engagement, one of the things that I didn't go into is that viewing art and forms of art has a wellbeing effect as much as participating in, well, not as much, but has therapeutic benefit. So you could actually also involve the audience and get some data around what happens for the audience as a witnessing, and then also added a layer of data for the survivors of CSA around what it was like for them to be witnessed, because that's that public voice and I imagine like levelling of the shame, the secrecy. So just thinking about that. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
You're getting a lot of legwork, I'm sorry. Maybe again, clinical populations in terms of we could look, either cluster B, cluster A like that, or we could look for borderline personality disorder, or we could look at depression, and then we could look at commonalities. Like you saw the drawings yesterday and you said that all of this is DID. I don't care about your diagnosis. This is all DID. So, and I realized that I have about 25 drawings. So 25 clients that have done the inner room with me. So if I start, putting everything across, and then we could look at the commonalities. So according to clinical population and groups. So.
So next. So Justin, yesterday was wonderful. I was thinking about movement. I told you, like, instead of like piano, knife, we do that, knife, piano, like that. It's a movement that if the children, that will be really fun. Okay, but yeah, please, something else.
The thing is that Justin has to do the research.
Yes, you do first. Yes, excellent. So, Justin.
Justin, develop the tool. And then we can use
it. Yes.
Justin to develop the tool, and then everybody can use it. 15 countries, and you get it validated.
Yeah. Oh, okay, next. Over there.
Research. So once it's already-
Cultural sensitivity. Yes.
Yes. So to see how if there are any differences in this.
And also yesterday with the video recording, when Damiano participated, I realized that the tool, the prototype that is now created is maybe a little bit confusing. So maybe this could be like two tests. One test that is just testing for arousal, where you just have to react on arousal stimuli or cues, and the other one on relaxation cues. Because if you have everything, it's maybe too much. Like we also talked about it afterwards, and it was just too, yeah, yes, yeah. Sorry?
There's too many variables.
Yeah.
So she's saying that it might muddy the waters. So now if you parse it out, it'll be clean. Like everything separately, then we know exactly what to do.
Okay. Next. Alice, you are here. So, yes, welcome back. So, yes.
I think about intergenerational transmission of trauma and revenge.
Yes.
Intergenerational transmission of trauma, like my parents were traumatized. Do I think, or how do I feel about taking revenge or revenge fantasy about in those who, those who hurt them or injure them, and the same with my children, for example.
Okay. Yes.
Also in terms of religion, I think it will come out very,
Religion.
very strongly. Religious stereotypes that we hold, which is, again, like you said, intergenerational. So many of the times. Before the child has formed their own opinion about a particular religious group, it's actually just passed on by the parent.
Okay. Next. My full drawing could do many things in, But if you have any other idea, that would be good to think about. Yes.
I think we can compare between the same participants were will give some stimulus that that increase stress or something, and see how they draw, and then we take Damiano with his voice to calm him down. And you leaving?
Good luck there, of course. Thanks a lot.
You want to leave?
I have to. Go to Vietnam. Bye.
Bye, thank you. Then do something to calm down and see the same.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so sorry.
I have another drawing style that's in my 15-minute video, which is called Follow the Line. And, but it's got a collaborative element in it. But the materials are standardized. They're the same every single time. Is it worth looking at different drawing tools, like comparison drawing tools?
Good. Comparison drawing tools, right?
Is that worthy of?
That's good. That's good. I have another idea about the brain, also the EEG, because myself, can you believe that I can sit and draw 5 hours straight? I don't want to do anything else. I do 5 hours of drawing, and it's so good somehow, very calm, and the channel of flow that I presented is real and helped me a lot. And a lot of the participants in my class, many of them they were saying that I need more time. I need more time, especially the medical staff that never ever be, silent and stay still and drawing like that ever in their lifetime. It's amazing. I like to do the brain measurement to see how it works compared to meditation. Yes, okay.
Thank you. I don't know if anyone is familiar with acceptance commitment therapy, but that has been quite an emerging therapeutic tool or approach, and very much one of the tenets of that is mindfulness. So I think there is a lot of research out there about acceptance commitment therapy, and I'd be very curious to do a research comparison around how does this actually affect stress levels comparatively to what the outcomes are around something like acceptance commitment therapy, because I think that would give it a lot of validity. So I see space for that. And there was something else that came to me and it's gone, but that's okay. It'll come back.
Oh, okay. Run.
I was also thinking about EEG, but comparing groups, for example, like survivors of child abuse and no experience with child abuse, if there's like a difference in brain areas that are active. Yeah.
If you could develop a script, okay. So if you have a script, then it can be a standard script that the facilitator will, like a manual, will have that, and give the music that you used. So everything is standardized. So the same, whatever you said, the paper size, the pen, everything is mentioned absolutely to the T, and everybody follows that. So that with, like she said, comparative groups, again, clinical, non-clinical. So clinical and non. And then within clinical, if we could have subgroups, like depression or the hyper-aroused or hypo-aroused, like Kate was referring to, the hypo and the hyper. Groups of children also, maybe. We could look at that. So child group, hypo and hyper. And like I told you, same thing. The script remains the same. And now we change the material. Like I said, I'd like to use and incorporate Alpona, which uses rice flour and water. So that base becomes, again, a culturally sensitive tool. So Alpona with rice paste. And see, and we could have both the groups doing this again, and take verbatim reports of how they felt. Because the material is different. We are used to working on paper with pen more often. And when we change the medium, the texture of it, again, like the thing that you did with the fruit before you, brought us, but from fruit we went to pen. So that has no apparent connection, right? But if we are doing it with rice, and then the farm to plate to as an art material is a continuous line. And it is very culturally significant. And in Asia, rice is like one of the staples. So that, I think, with Alpona will be a good thing. But if we have the script, that script, if that script is to be standardized.
Okay, I have my manual that you already have. You can have a look. That script in there, the all script that I talked that from there. Yes, and yes. Yes. The manual book of my full drawing. Yes.
I'm sorry to do this. This is not about this one. I want to step back to the social atom. I should have said something at the time.
Social atom.
Social
yes.
atom. So with children,
Yes.
that can be three-dimensional, using your foam balls in place, you know, and I've done that with children, and it's you know, like a sociometry of objects and the interrelationship, whereas which parent compared to you, it's been very revealing. Just got stuck in a room with the sports equipment and great. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you've got proximities in the space, yeah. Oh.
That's what I mentioned when we bring the social atom to the stage and we stand the people inside and we said, this is the distance that you want to have, or maybe I wish to get it closer, and what I will do in my relationship, or if I want it farther. So it's different when you put it and you can feel the protagonist, you can feel it. Yeah, so I think specific on your group that is also drama and also teenager, and you can also do a social atom of the group, who is more close to me, who I can support, and we can.
Oh.
I did something similar in a drama therapy session with Matt Tulioska, the Russian nesting dolls. You know the dolls that sit inside of each other? Yeah. And use size as power dynamics. So exploring who's the most powerful in the family. Yeah. Similar kind of concept. Yeah.
Okay. Next. Rosemary. Bridge.
We can do a lot I think about using the bridge technique with future outlook of the state. I'm thinking about Israel, but the two groups in Israel, and we can compare between cultures, and I think it's a great technique.
Yes.
Young people with, who are thinking of, you know, the dynamics of the, you know, where's my future? You know, with the mess that those my age created. Where's that bridge going?
Okay, next. Yes, you can.
Without really planning anything, I just had the idea to develop a Likert scale with the bridge drawing, so that we could include that in some work, but I've just put it together as something that I thought I'd use one day.
This is, that's true. For the quantitative. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, next. So, yes. Yes.
Okay, so the person in the rain is something that I plan to use in therapy room, again with different clinical groups. because I was just sharing with her how I thought that for the second drawing from the case example that she used did not have an umbrella, and she said that she's moved out from the mother's care and found autonomy. What it could also mean is to find your own self, right? That I have the coping resources to face any adversity that might just come my way. And this person had been in therapy for a year, she mentioned already. Yeah. So I think we need to look at this, like she mentioned, that she would generally do it across time. So across group, across time.
Very similar to the person in the rain.
Yes.
There is draw a tree, then draw a tree in a storm. There is a storm.
Oh, in a storm.
Yeah, draw the tree in the storm. And then the third one is draw a tree after the storm. So it's how you cope, what happens to you in the storm.
Clinical. Sorry, yes. Yeah, yes, I'm very strongly interested in to drawings. So it's easy also to drawing when you work with the child population. So I was thinking both the bridge, and then the tree, or after and before the rain, or the other ones that Srin proposed. So with compare intercultural for sure comparison, but also between children diagnosed as hyperactive or not autistic, but emotional behavioral problems, school adjustment problems, etc. This kind of, let's say, clinical or problematic population with no children who do not have problems. I don't know, this just...
Okay. Yes.
This reminds me a lot about some exercise we do. We play as to be a tree, and a tree in spring, in autumn, in winter, and then we change. And it's also interesting, not with seasons, but making a flower with different shades of colors. So how to be a white flower, red flower, orange flower, violet flower.
Dying flower.
Flower.
And then start.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I just thought I'd mention or respond with the child who cannot draw. The young person who, especially refugee youngsters who perhaps have no experience of schooling, or they actually cannot handle a pencil very well. In those situations,
They can just use fingers.
Absolutely, sans trait objects. I have also asked them to be director, and I draw for them. How big is that? Have I got it the right size? What about the next one? How would that look? Da, da, da. Oh, you've got it. I did a drawing with a girl, and she said it was her hometown. I got it. I can't believe it. She couldn't draw a thing, but to be directed to draw something so familiar to her that she could remember it was amazing. Anyway.
Okay, thank you. Next, Eva. Okay. The life dignity.
So again, the cultural sensitivity of this idea could be seen in all these different countries. So if you want, we can do a shared project where we ask. We do this like interviewing people how they define dignity, and then we ask them to share, and then we decide their stories or how we want to evaluate that. And then we also have the qualitative resources to analyze, and I'm sure that we will find a lot of different and interesting concepts in those.
And then we will invite everyone and announce the winners.
Well, we can also ask. Yes, that's a great idea. So we can motivate people definitely. But I think altogether it could be a very colorful project, and we could see a lot of interesting things in that. So I would be more than happy to be in that research.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Jit.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was thinking because end of life and talk about death is kind of like very sensitive, so then like we can use like the drawing, and I was thinking about like drawing of the tree that can represent like the stage of life and how they like perceive themselves in the world, and further on like can like make a story from the tree that you draw, like how do you see the world, and then how is it like represent the person feeling, and maybe like include dance like as a tree in that too, and see how it is. It'd be fun.
Eva, just a question for you. When you initiate the conversation, you ask about dignity, right? But this is also end of life dignity. So is there a separate question for it? Or how do you generally go about framing it?
No, actually, just starting with dignity
Mm-hmm.
and narrowing it down to specific situations.
Okay, okay.
But I think the concept itself is that dignity as such is a basic human right.
Right.
It should be understood and
Right. Because again, with end of life dignity, a lot of religious context like came up in our discussion itself today. So the religious variation would be very important. So
narrow it down, or we can leave it as open and wide as possible, but maybe it would be two different researches.
yes, probably, because that is what I'm thinking, not just different countries, different religions, because you know how Judaism looks at it, how Hinduism looks at it, how Islam looks at it, how Christianity looks at it, and the various other ways in which different countries look at it. Because that's a big contrast, I would say.
What I think is that you should write the questions, and everybody, will use the same.
I just want to add that I think it'd be fascinating to involve in this, given like you're talking about qualitative, how people themselves define dignity, rather than what is an official.
No, it's about how
Yeah.
people define.
Yeah. So like,
dignity.
but like
That's the
across.
question.
Yeah. So across.
Because I have done the exercise with Eva, she actually made me and Alex write our own definition.
Yes.
That is how she started her entire. Our definitions, yes. So it was not about. I mean, finally, what where she went from there was that both of us were looking at very universal, concepts. But she actually just started. But standardized questions, especially relating it with end of life dignity, could help. Like define dignity, and then where do we go from there? A route map would be very helpful, especially if we have to standardize it.
Yeah, Eva, you have to send to all of us the questions so we can collect them.
It's also interesting to collect the stories and publish them, for example, in a podcast, because we have a podcast for the university in the Master of the End of Life. It could be a season.
Yeah, with your voice.
With my voice.
You have the voice already. You have a Hungarian actor, an Italian, voiceover artist. What more?
I was thinking that maybe when you asked me about the possibilities, that it could be, I don't know how it works with your systems,
But especially if you teach classes, then it could be some kind of a small project for those students of yours. And then we could start with that. So it would be a relatively small sample. culturally diverse, and then starting from that, so this could be the pilot, and then building on those things, we could see where it would take us.
Yeah, that's what I thought about the coming semester.
Good.
Yes.
So if you want, we can get together and think about some basic ideas for this project, how to manage that research, and then we will do it everywhere, and then we will see how to develop it further and what steps are to be taken. So I can draft a protocol and with the ideas, and then we will see.
Yes.
Thank you.
Before November the 1st. Okay. So next, Alex. So Kate, young refugees, there are so many things. For this all over the world right now. You have any idea? By doing this, I think it's very easy to get funding, research funding, to do for the refugee all over the world.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure.
Let's have that conversation.
Okay, so we can think about can use everything. I think. Yeah, everything that as tools that we presented in this study group. Okay, next. Deanne. Yes. Okay. Trauma. Oh, this one as well.
This is worldwide.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, please.
I mean, obviously, the first place to start would be that I'm looking at the bushfire affected communities. So, how does that actually then translate to other types of natural disasters? So, that would be the first thing that I'm thinking. And one of the things that I'm really curious about as well is collating this is an idea that I've had. Has anyone heard of the Post Secrets initiative? Do you know what Post Secrets are? So I think it originated in the US, most things do. And what happened was there were these postcards placed around in different cafes, and people were invited to write their deepest, darkest secrets anonymously and post them back to. And this, if you Google Post Secrets, like, you will get the website, but it's emerged into this massive thing where people were able to draw and write and shed themselves of their shame, really, of their deepest, darkest secrets. And I have an idea of creating something similar in relation to imagery around what supports different cultures, different people, different types of natural disaster recovery through an arts-based, centralised space. So that's my big idea. But I think there's a lot of scope for seeing images of how people have used art to process from different parts of the world across different disasters, and that sense of unity of overcoming. The other thing that emerged for me while we were talking about revenge drawings, revenge fantasies and natural disasters, like where's the justice? Who's to blame? Like, how do you restore that sense of equilibrium that you're looking for when the fault is Mother Nature? Yeah. So that got my wheels turning as well. So.
I was just thinking from that postcard idea, if one community in one country is in recovery or post-trauma, and they have a collection of postcards that can go to another community in another country that says, we've been through flood, we see you, we know, some kind of, and already it's a stranger, but empathizing, that empathy, sending your empathy to.
We have many organizations in Israel, private, voluntarily, that since October 7th gathered and work in art therapy and poetry and writing and but I think it has to do with politics, how much can be shown in other countries, and I think it's not so easy.
Yeah, okay.
Another thing that spoke to me while Diane was presenting is that although natural disasters, I haven't, I am not either a direct or indirect, affected person, but it brought back memories of the partition of the country based on religion. So my family, 2 generations ago, migrated to India from Bangladesh because the then East Pakistan, and there was exodus of people who had to leave their country, leave all their belongings behind, everything that they called their own. So, so much of my own, they have just left behind everything. They have traveled with whatever little bits that they could carry on themselves. And that's how my grandmothers from both the sides have come to India. So I think that this is not just important for natural disasters, also for any form of man-made, yes, disasters. So that it is very relevant for exodus, for immigrants, even for a student of mine presented some very interesting papers on how educational facilities are not available in a lot of parts of the country, and they're forced to relocate to cities, and they feel alienated in cities because they start living in hostels, they miss out on their homes, and so that also is a kind of dislocation and relocation. So that all of that can also come in maybe at some point in terms of research.
The idea could be, with what Kate said, is to have a country like the Faculty of Art and Applied Art invite exhibitions of just people from different countries who responded in arts, poetry, writing, whatever, and show an exhibition from all over the world, Ukraine, Israel, Australia, South Africa, and just have this a neutral country in which people can just see that everywhere is actually people suffer the same.
I love that.
Okay.
I come from here, this is my story. And that gives you a sense of brotherhood. Yes. You feel heard. It's beyond political. Yes. Because, trauma connects you to one another. So it could be a human library. Then, we invite you. If you want to come, this is your time and you can come and enjoy. You bring in your heart, or you can bring in your wealth. You bring in your experiences, lived experiences.
Okay. Yes.
At a clinical level, and I don't often branch into quantitative, that's not quite true, but anyway, that's another story. One of the things I'd be very interested in is a comparative analysis between PTSD levels in people that have used arts engagement comparatively to people globally who have engaged with the creative arts therapy, and actually do a quantitative assessment around PTSD levels and whether or not there's a significant difference.
There are lots of studies on that. Okay.
On natural disasters.
And not natural disasters, but after a disaster, whatever, and
Yeah, very good idea. I like the idea of the exhibition because we have the platform. We kind of together with Google, we have the platform to arrange a virtual exhibition. So we can just call and let them post the drawing from each country or refugee camp, and then submit it. And we arrange like this is a Ukraine, this is the Israeli, Palestine, and oh, this will be wonderful. The drawing of the children, yes.
I was just going to say one way to do that is to keep the foundation or the ground uniform. So A4 paper is, like a standardized size. Yeah. So it's you present an A4 drawing.
Yes, we do A4, of course, everyone A4, and we have kind of the technician that really keen to transfer that, put into the wall in the virtual gallery. Everyone can come and walk. Yeah. I'm about to talk to Google in the next 3 days, so there are many projects. Yes. Because we already together MOU with my faculty, and we have planned to do something for the better world. So that could be possible. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Okay, next. This is Nicole. So expressive art therapy, stress reduction, and for cancer. Could be for many other symptoms as well, expressive art therapy. You have any idea here to add on top? You want to invite people to do something, Nicole?
A study would be good, and I would like to do something for the prisoners in Thailand because I have great love for Thailand and I want to give something back to Thailand.
Okay, yes, I have planned for that, together with JIT. Okay, we will do for the prisoner, the murder, that, in the, all lifelong sentence, so that would be interesting. Next. Okay, last one already. So next I'm going to talk about the future together. What should we do? Just do right away. I'm going to put up all clip that we made. All of you helping to make that. In your part, like you are sharing right now, and you have the right to download other clip too for the use of your class or your research. By this way, I won't put it in public yet. Just only allow each of us here to be used and look. And if you like to add up some clip, you can do. It's going to be in the cloud, just like cloud platform for expressive art therapy, creative art therapy. Anything you like to suggest, you want to contribute to this knowledge. This is just the starting point. We will make use of this and we will recruit more people to come and then put more of their knowledge, what they want to contribute, and they can use as well what we posted for our group, okay? That is the first thing that I'm going to do right away within this year, maybe within 2 months or something like that, try to make it happen. Because we don't have this, the collaborative project. This is very, very good for our research and our learning and sharing. We are talking about in the future that we could do the workshop, not talking anymore, okay? The workshop that if you discover something that, oh, you want to try and you want to share and, you want to share to 10 countries to do the same, we can arrange something online. Or next year, it could happen here as well. Okay, when you go back home and then you have some idea and then you use it a little bit, experience it, and you think that, oh, this could be validated. So we could try in 10 countries like this. It's going to be very powerful. Okay, that is the thing that could happen. The second thought. The first one, put all of your video on the platform we share. Second one, create future project together. The third one is to seek for funding for the suggested research that you talk about. Okay, I like to invite you. You try to look into the world research funding. They are all over, especially refugee. Okay, even Bill Gates fund. If we do many countries together like this, that could be very very impactful to draw attention of the grant owner. Yeah, I'm sure that could happen. We never done that before. Okay, so that's all. I think what we can do through, like my thought already prioritize the first one. We have platform for sure. The second one we arrange for the next year meeting. It should be a workshop. Okay, I like it to be, and I like you all to suggest another person, each of you suggest another person from another country to come and be like us here. But for us, you come for the workshop because we already talked here, but the new person should come here too. So from 10, next year will be 20. The other year will be 30. Could you imagine what would be? Okay, we're going to be really, what? Okay, August is good for everyone. Okay. Yes, and we will look together to our platform that we made after this, okay? You will see what's going on, how many people make use of your video. It's going to be metrics that you can trace back, okay? That will be good, that at least, your video being used for your student as well. Yeah, but not for public, no, not because we should reserve this. For us, a lot of work, hard work. We spend money, we spend energy on time for making this possible. So, okay. Before you leave here, please เอาแจก A4 หน่อยค่ะกระดาษ A4. This will be very important for us because it's a starting point. I seek for funding from the university to help making this possible. So I like you to please spend your 5 minutes before you leave. It's going to be, you will have more than half an hour to do. Actually, yes, but do this first before we move, okay? Oh, yes, we will do this soon because we need the room for the video of two person, Nicole and another person. So please, you have A4 in your hand right now. Please spend 5 minutes. Write about anything that you think that is very helpful for you. You get from this study group, okay? And please allow us to put this testimonial on the website that people can read. We have every single one, we have the photo of your nice face when you were talking here, okay? Please allow us to put it as a member of this study group in the future. We will post for public. Yeah, and your testimonial. So I like to invite your friend that you suggested in the future to come and, to do collaborative work together in the future. And it is very good for the funding too. If you can also mention about this when you write for the grant, seeking for the grant, that you have this idea. Yes, it's a part of this study group, okay? Chulalongkorn University is the highest rank in Thailand anyway. It's just like, as I told you, it's just like Oxford in UK or, MIT in America, something like that. Is already reputation is good, and we have many research work in all over fields. So this will be the starting point for our group to do more of the research, more of the workshop, more of the learning and sharing together. Yeah, just write short. Do you have anything to suggest? No, just write what in your mind, short like that.